Hi yogis, I wanted to talk about Cobbler's pose a little bit, and here's just a quick tip as you're working in Cobblers. So one, when the teacher asks you to bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out to the side, we all generally, if you're practicing a lot, have a kind of sweet spot. If you don't have a sweet spot because maybe you're new to yoga or maybe you just haven't found it yet, that's okay. It's the position in which my heels are as close to my pelvis without rounding my lower back. So if you have a particularly tight lower back or hip flexors, Cobblers is not that much fun. So we want to try to get our pelvic tilt neutral, meaning that my top of my hip and my tailbone are not tipped one direction or the other. So if I'm tipped back, I have a posterior pelvic tilt. If I was tipped really far forward, I actually can't show you in that position, but let's say here, ooh, that would be an anterior pelvic tilt. So we want to be nice and tall and then only tip forward in Cobblers. Now, one of my favorite things to ask yogis to do is to move their feet a little bit further forward. One, because it switches up where you find the stretch if you already have really great centered neutral form here. If it's hard for your tailbones to point downward and get that neutral vertical pelvis with no tilt, this is a great place to be, a longer Cobbler's pose. So maybe you have the room to get the sits bones down and pelvis tall. You can also put something under your hips and this helps. From here you can reach forward. I don't like pushing elbows into my knees because I end up pushing them into my calf and that's very uncomfortable. But you can either pull in or you can either reach around, clasp the feet, and then you turn into this little triangle and you can really stretch here. So if that helps you deepen your Cobbler's pose practice, I hope it helps. And it's a great alternative than just simply trying to pull and pull and pull and pull the feet in. This is an important position to work in, but now you have an extra option if you need to change it up or if you need to really work on that pelvic tilt. Thanks guys.